U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped to the 18. At their own 18-yard line. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So now 20 yards to go on. McCarthy is set to throw it. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. And it gets this up across the 35 before it's out of bounds. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Not saying 19. Ready?
Throwing, Sanders. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
70. 60 Eagles.
First run down for Kyren Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
19 Wyatt.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Well, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Here we go with Williams. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Well, it was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
On play action, now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Let's go now.
Open man, that's Felton. Now he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
19-18. Crack all 80. Trap 60. Trap 60.
To throw is Sanders. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Sanders. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Crack all 80. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Sanders to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take the pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. It didn't happen in this case.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the 8, they've got it first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. And it's caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw McCarthy. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in the second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Sanders. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Trap 60, trap 60.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Sanders. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Third always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18, find it, pump, 7.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brad, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Will Reichard the kickoff for the Vikings.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A beautiful fake. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Press all 80.
Throwing after the interception. Sanders. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19. Check, Dragon 60.
Now Sanders operating from the gun. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Panther 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Sanders now from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back in into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Pepper 60, Pepper 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hurt. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua, 63 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, if they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead. On the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Here's McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
2nd and 10. Throwing again, McCarthy. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. And when you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Back to throw again.
He lets one go deep for Addison.
And that's caught inside the 35. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there just before halftime. 64 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now they'll shift things around.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
McCarthy going to throw again. He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try.
34-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Going to be taken in here by Nacua.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 19, 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Trap 50, trap 50. Check.
From the shotgun, Sanders.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Back all 80.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A solid stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready? Back all 80. Cowboy 80. Warriors 70.
To throw again, here's Sanders. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10.
19 Charger, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Quez Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14.
14. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now McCarthy.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Good coverage downfield, led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
13 more yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down.
Brandon, there was more on his mind there than just getting to the first down marker. Saw an opportunity to get a big play and wasn't going to let the defense do a lot to stop him from getting there.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton from 3 yards out. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage. Right down the middle. And these guys are taking 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Set.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receivers because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Second and a couple.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
60.
Throwing, Sanders.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Viking 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
On play action, here's Shedeur. Pass complete there to Nakua.
Touchdown, LA!
Puka Nakua.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
On for the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 21. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Down at the 26.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
To the air with McCarthy.
him in stride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
Sanders to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions. Watch the bullet, watch the bullet. Street.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Rams are right back in this football game. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Let's go now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
2nd and
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. 70, 60 Maverick, 69, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, Pioneer, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Here's Sanders.
A quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Warriors 70. 70 Lions.
Quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Sanders. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Buffalo 18. Ready. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Trap 60. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
19 Tiger.
Here's McCarthy.
hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
70 Lions.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal.
60 Bobcat.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
He's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Here's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's first down.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19, Pioneer. Check, 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 check.
He's back to throw. He's got Atwell. That's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10.
19, Lions.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw. Now let's tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
It's a gain of 27 yards.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play.
And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes second and 10.
70, Timberwolves. Seven Pirates.
He'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40.
That's another Rams first down.
And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. Another try, second and 10 now.
Ready.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And it's third down.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That's good for a Rams first down.
And they're able to spike it with time remaining. And now in field goal range here with a chance to get this one to OT. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
A 35-yard attempt.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You better release them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody got to do it.
Check smash. Check smash. 19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here.
A gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into rain territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compression. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm leaving with a bag.
Back to throw. McCarthy. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's got it down to the 28.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second and 5.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And this one, the field goal good.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously a touchdown would win it.
Check smash, check smash. Mustang 19.
Now a first throw here in overtime. For Kittle here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Come on, come on. 70 red, Cougar 19. Ready?
To throw is Sanders. And that's caught by Williams.
They find some open field here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
4 yards.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
They go play action now. Sanders on the RPO. He'll keep it himself.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
11 more yards. That's good for Rams. First down.
Trap 50, trap 50.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Play action. It's Sanders.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Throwing, Sanders.
And this is caught by Williams.
And the Rams are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
To throw now, here's Sanders.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Down and goal.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
18 Cardinal, 18. Let's go. 19 Tiger, not Dragon 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for L.A., they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.